All right, in this section, we're going to be looking at how to sketch a quadratic curve after completing the square. A number of persons have been asking me to post a video as it relates to how do we sketch the quadratic curve after completing the square. So we're going to be looking at quickly a rough sketch of the quadratic curve when you have completed the square. Say we're looking at a quadratic expression that says 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Now, we're about to look at the quadratic curve, what it looks like when you have completed the square. We have done quite a number of videos. You could check the link below. You will see two methods that we put on how you could complete the square. So if you complete the square, you will get an expression that looks like this. Again, if you missed the videos on completing the square, you could check in the link below. So we have 2 into x plus 1 square minus 5. When the square is completed, this is what we get. All right, now when you're completing the square, we want to make sure that we have the turning point, which would be a combination of the axis of symmetry and the maximum or the minimum value depending on the curve that we have. Now, so as you can see, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. To get the axis of symmetry, we're going to focus on this part. So if you want to equate this to 0, x plus 1 equals 0, and solve for x, we're looking at x minus 1. Let's say if we subtract 1 from both sides. So this is the equation of the axis of symmetry. Basically, roughly, whatever this value is here, the axis of symmetry will be the opposite of it. So a positive 1, the axis of symmetry will be x equal negative 1. Now, x equal negative 1 is going to be over this side. So let's say we have a negative 1 here. So this is the axis of symmetry. Now, another thing that we want to have to create the frame is the maximum or the minimum value. This would have been k, which would be a negative 5. This represents the minimum. How do I know it's a minimum? Well, this curve is a minimum because a is positive. So we know that the curve will have a smiley face. So when a is positive, like when things are positive in life, there is a smile. So this curve is going to smile at us because a is positive. So negative 5 is going to be somewhere down here. So here it is. We're putting on our minimum value down here is negative 5. So where the minimum value and the axis of symmetry meets, this is where we're going to have the point of turning. We are aware that it's going to be a smiley curve because a is positive. So let's look on what the curve is going to be. We're going to get a smiley curve here. But at the same time, let's put on our y-axis intercept. The intercept on the y-axis, negative 3. This is our y-intercept. So the curve is going to come from up here, come here, and goes up here and go through negative 5 and go back up. So basically, it's a rough sketch. So here I'm going to put here, this is what we have. This is a type of curve because it's going to be a smiley curve. But it's going to pass through negative 3 and goes up like that. And on the other side, it's going to go up like that. So basically, that's what this curve is going to look like. It's just a rough sketch. We're looking at the axis of symmetry here. And we're looking at our minimum value here. And where they meet, that's the point of turning. And this is the y-intercept. All right, let's see if we could look at another one quickly. All right, let us say we're looking at this other one. All right, here it is. In this case, what we have is let's say we have negative 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. And when we complete the square, we're looking at negative 3 x minus 5, 6 square, and we're going to have plus 112. All right, so when the square is completed, this is what we have. Let's put up our x and our y-axis. All right, so it's a sketch. So we have our x and our y-axis here. All right, this is my x-axis, and this is my y-axis. One of the things that we want to put up quickly is our axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry, the focus is here because this would have been the h value. H is equal to negative 5, 6. The opposite of h would be our axis of symmetry. Or if you want to take out this and equate x minus 5, 6, equate that to 0, 5, 6. Let me correct this quickly. 5, 6, so put the 6 under here. So x minus 5, 6 equals 0. Then when we solve, we would realize that x is equal to 5, 6. This is the axis of symmetry right there. That's axis of symmetry. So it's on this side, and it's going to be a positive 5, 6 here. So that's our axis of symmetry right there. For some reason, I'm not writing my 5 right. So let me put this back. So we have our axis of symmetry here, and this is 5, 6. There you go. All right, so 5, 6. Now let's look at the maximum. And we know that this is a maximum because the a value here is negative. And when things are negative in life, so when the a is negative, you're going to get a frown curve. Like the curve is going to frown like that. So you can see that the curve has a frown. So that means it has a maximum going up. So we're going to get a curve like that. So let's find that value. This value is going to be here. This is the k value, positive 112. All right, so it's just a little bit over the 0. So we could just draw the line anywhere here. So this is our 112. Now, where the maximum and the axis of symmetry meets, right? Where the maximum and the axis of symmetry, this is our axis. Where they meet, this is where you'll have the point of turning. So we're going to turn back. Let's see the y-intercept though. The y-intercept is from the original equation, the c value, negative 2. So we're looking for it down here in this section. So what happened is the curve is going to go up, come here, and then turn back and go back down, right? So that's what we're expecting to happen to the curve. Let me use another color marker, probably a black one this time. So here's a sketch of the curve. So the curve is going to come from down here, go through the y-intercept, comes at the turning point, and then it's going back down like that. So there you go. This is our curve. That's just a sketch of the curve. That's what it looks like. All right, so it's just a basic idea to sketch the quadratic curve after you have completed the square. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.